for me to, um, I feel like it's important for me to speak on this particular stream because of, I just got a lot to say. I got a lot of gems that I need to drop. And I feel like with what I have to say, hopefully it don't fall on deaf ears. But we in 2026, and since entering this year, it's been a lot of it's been a lot of baggage. I've been hearing about a lot of shit. I've been hearing about a lot of fugazi ass shit. Especially with a lot of people that we call celebs. It's just a whole lot of shit. So I'm definitely gonna get into it with what it is that I need to say. Um, Once again, good morning to everyone. This your girl, I am Dream Nicole. This is I am Dream Nicole's gaming stream. Today we're just gonna have a truth serum, and I'm gonna play some games while I feed y'all this truth serum. All right. So lately, um, it's just been a lot of shit going on, especially online. You have these blogs, you have all these bloggers and stuff that is reporting on the news and people's business and stuff like that. So, yesterday I had a conversation with my mom because it's been a while since I had talked to her. Last time I talked to her was like New Year's. Well, not New Year's, it was actually Christmas Eve. So it was around the holiday. The Christmas holiday was when I last talked to her. So we talked, and she was really, just asking how I've been doing and things like that. So I let her know, I'm doing good. I'm all right. Things is good. And then we started talking about ICE and the situation going on with ICE. And the bad situation that's going on in Minneapolis right now with them. So I basically expressed to her that, I'm not one of those type of people where I'm going to be, that I'm going to be protesting ICE and stuff like that. I'm not protesting ICE. I'm staying out of the way. I told her that. I said, because truth be told, I just pretty much let her know, truth be told, the truth of the reason for why ICE is out in Minneapolis, Minnesota is because of the whole fraud situation. So if y'all are not aware, millions upon millions of dollars are not being accounted for. And it's because of a group of people who are immigrants that live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, have been committing fraud. And we're talking about somewhere between $100 million worth of fraud that's been committed. And this was done under the Democratic leadership out there in Minneapolis. So it's a lot going on out there. In the midst of ICE trying to conduct their, do their jobs out there and do their immigration enforcement, a woman was shot and killed by ICE agents out there. My thing is, I don't condone murders, death of anyone. I don't condone it. But what I also don't condone either is getting involved in things that don't have anything to do with me as a person, as a Black American. I don't, there's a lot of people that may feel one way about something and it really be another. and it really be another, right? And so I don't, as a Black American person, I'm not going out there protesting. I'm not going out there trying to make a point. For those that do know me, know that I'm very pro-Black. I'm all about the Black American side of things, such as economic empowerment, getting the resources that we need, having the federal government as well as state and local governments pay off a debt that is owed to Black Americans. So I'm not pro immigration. I'm not anti immigration either, but I'm not pro immigration as well. Um, I'm just one of those kind of people. I like to mind my business and, stay off of things. I like to be on the right side of history instead of on the wrong side of history. And I'm not one of those type of people that feel the need to always got to involve myself in things or certain causes that doesn't have anything to do with me. The woman that got killed, rest in peace to her family. It was a sad situation. My thing is, God damn, I got fucked up. My thing is, we have to allow for people to do their job, regardless of how we may feel about certain things. I'm a healthcare worker, okay? And all the time, I have patients. I get patients that are just very combative, very violent, very just out of control. And it puts my job at risk when I have patients and their family members that don't allow for me to do my job. Okay. Even if it may go against their values, even if it may go against their moral code or their habits or however they do things, however it may be that they do things or whatever, my job is to make sure that the patient, that I provide the best patient care that I can possibly provide. That's what my job is. So regardless if it may go against a patient's habits, whatever they may think or feel or whatever, I have to follow the orders that is being given to me by the nurse and the doctor. People that work for ICE, we may hate ICE. People may be like, oh, I hate ICE, screw them, I hate ICE, whatever, whatever. And it's like, first off, we don't know any of these people that work for them. How can you hate a bunch of people that literally is just trying to do their job? Everybody at this point in moment is trying to make some money because it's hard out here. Regardless of what the profession is or not, it's hard out here for a lot of folks. So people is trying to make money to make sure that they could take care of they could take care of their families, they could feed their families and take care of themselves. So they got orders from the president and their boss, who is the Secretary of Homeland Security, to go out to Minneapolis, Minnesota to conduct immigration orders. Okay? They're in Minneapolis, Minnesota to pretty much address the situation with the fraud. There has been fraud that's been committed out in Minneapolis, Minnesota, that's been committed by a group of immigrants. Okay? And it's being done under the leadership of the Democrats. So it's been done under the leadership of the Democrats. Okay? So now you got the Democratic government out there in Minnesota that has to answer to their own constituencies about why certain things have happened. They got to answer to their own constituencies as well as the federal government. And so that's what ICE is out there for. Trump sent them orders. It wasn't anybody else. And now you got a lot of people that are starting to feel the weight of what's going on. That woman was in the way of ICE doing their job. Period. If you've gotten an order stating that you need to move out of the way, don't move from your car, then don't move from your car. Move out of the way. Something. I don't know. But to consistently be in the way of law enforcement trying to do their job, it's nuts. And now everybody out there protesting because of the death of the woman, which, like I said, my condolences go to the woman and her family. But we got to think logically here. Why be in the way of what's going on? You call yourself protesting. You call yourself protesting. Why are you protesting? What does ICE have to do with you? There's people up in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now that is out of a fucking check that can even take their kids to daycare. There's people, citizens of Minneapolis, Minnesota, who are citizens of the United States that can't even get resources that they need because you got a group of immigrants who are filing for resources, creating illegitimate businesses, and sending this information into the state. And the state is just like, oh, okay, well, it sounds legit. Let's give them some money. Meanwhile, the citizens of Minneapolis, Minnesota can barely even get resources themselves when they need it. Something don't sound right here. So, like I said, my condolences and my deepest sympathies go to the woman that was murdered by ICE agents. But at the same time, it's like, you should have stayed out the way. You should have stayed out the way. Now everybody's in an uproar because, now the murder is public. It got captured on camera for millions of people to see. And now everybody's in an uproar. What makes it even more crazy is that because she's a white woman, that's why a lot of people are feeling the way that they feeling about the situation. Now, mind you, the same situation happened to a black man. The same situation happened to a black man where a black man was murdered by ICE agents. We didn't know about this news. We knew nothing about it. We knew absolutely nothing about it until it came out. And these same people that are in an uproar about the woman who got murdered, you don't hear them feeling the same way about the black man who got murdered. Yet you hear these people talk about, I hate ICE. I hate ICE. ICE go home, this, that, and the third. But where's the outrage? Where's the uproar about the black man who got murdered by ICE? You see what I'm saying? People pick and choose when they want to be outraged about something. People have selective outrage and they pick and choose when they want to be outraged at something. One thing y'all not gonna catch me doing is protesting anything. Because going out there and protesting and picketing and doing all of that don't make a difference. What needs to be understood is that money talks and bullshit walks. So if you're going to protest anything, start talking with your dollar. If you're going to protest anything, basically start talking with your dollar. If you don't like the way the federal government is doing things, get an exemption on your taxes so you ain't got to pay taxes this year. How about that? If you don't like the way something is being done, then stop spending your money on people, places, and things that don't care about you. Stop contributing to certain issues, knowing that People don't care about you. You got to start learning how to protest with your money instead of trying to go out there and put yourself in danger. And then when you get hurt, when somebody gets shot or killed, then now everybody want to be upset and everybody want to be mad and everybody want to be outraged when you didn't even have to be out there in the first place. One of the things that Black Americans are doing, and this is something that I applaud my culture and my race of people for doing, there was a lot of people that voted in 2024. They voted on November 6, 2024, and a lot of them voted for Kamala Harris. More people voted for Trump than they did Kamala Harris. And so now, with Trump doing what he's doing, and everybody is mad and everybody is upset, especially white people. A lot of white people is mad. A lot of white people are upset. And it's like, fuck is you mad and fuck is y'all upset for? First of all, y'all had the chance to make a difference on November 6, 2024, and you didn't. A lot of these same people that are outraged and mad are the same people who are, a lot of these people that are mad are outraged and pissed at what ICE is doing. They don't like the things that's going on. They don't like how Trump is running the country. Well, y'all knew how he was running the country. Y'all, all of this stuff that's going on right now is deja vu 2.0. And instead of and y'all mad when y'all had the chance to make a difference at the voting booth back in 2024. See, this is what I'm saying. The selective outrage. It's ridiculous. If you're going to protest anything, if you don't like how things are being ran, stop spending money with people and places. Stop spending money with people and places that don't like you. Spend your money somewhere else. Support causes that are near and dear to you. But to be out here protesting and feeling some type of way when you know you're not going to do anything about it, it's just ridiculous as hell. It's ridiculous as fuck. And people got selective outrage just because it seems the better thing to do to have outrage. I could never. And that's the crazy thing. Next, we about to have an election this year that's going to consist of our senators, our congressmen, our governors, our council people that are supposed to be representing us. Instead of out here in the streets allowing yourself to be a catch-22 and hang to dry, why not get in the voting booth and vote? Why not start understanding who your congressmen and your mayor and your mayors and your governors, understand who these people are and if these people support your interest. As a matter of fact, a lot of people need to start developing an interest. You see all of these people, they ain't got all of these people that are outraged over the situation. These people ain't got no real interest for real. They don't even know what their interest is. They don't even know who they want to support their interests. It's crazy. A lot of these people don't have a clue of what it is they really want from their elected representatives. That's the problem. Everybody want to be outside until it's time to be outside and take some accountability and keep yourself safe. Then it's a fucking problem. That's one of the things that the next thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about how hygiene is very important. Spiritual hygiene is very important. Physical hygiene is very important. And so is mental hygiene. And so is emotional hygiene. A lot of people are coming into the new year with a lot of baggage, a lot of bullshit. You know, a lot of people is coming into the new year trying to wreak havoc upon people. A lot of people's coming into the new year with chips on, with a chip on their dip. And I think it's crazy because it shows the lack of hygiene. It shows the lack of hygiene that these people have for themselves and for other people. My thing is, one of the things that I've took advantage of, that I started to do, yeah, we about to knock all these folks off. Look at all these police cops. One of the things that I decided to do was I decided to start taking accountability and responsibility for myself and my decisions. The problem with a lot of people is a lot of people have decided that they were too good to take accountability, or that accountability is just scary for a lot of people. And although that may be the case, people love to be upset with people because whatever decisions that they made just didn't pan out for them. And because their decisions didn't do so well for them, they're taking it out on people. Here's my thing, right? A lot of people need to start taking accountability and responsibility for their actions and their decisions, point blank, period. A lot of people are out here moving sloppy. A lot of people are out here moving fugazi. A lot of people are out here moving messed up and crazy. And yet they want people to have some type of sympathy for them. And it's just like, no, clean your act up. One of the things that I'm doing is I'm taking matters into my own hands, and I'm not blaming people for a damn thing in life. Another thing that I'm also doing too is I'm making people stand on shit. Can't nobody come around me and try to knock me off my pivot because they decide to be messed up ass individuals. Because as soon as somebody harm me or do something to me that I know that's going to be a set off, I'm going to make sure that you are being held accountable for it. And I lost. But yeah, the thing is that there's a lot of people out here that are just unhygienic, okay? And we're talking about in all areas of their life. There are people out here that are moving crazy. There are people out here that are moving fugazi. There are people out here that is just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And it's time for people to start standing on business when it comes to their decisions. Start holding yourself accountable and responsible for your decisions. And instead of blaming people and blaming things and whatever, literally take a look at yourself and see what it is that you need to do where you can make the change into your life. Now, with that being said, since we talk about hygiene, I want for all my ladies to check out her fantasy box. It is a black owned company that is created by three healthcare professionals. They're all doctors and they all are focused on feminine hygienic health. Okay. They got body washes, they got soaps, they got uh they got um tablets and pills, and everything is herbal. Okay, none of this stuff is synthetic. Everything is herbal, everything is natural, and everything is in sync to make sure that your body is clean, that you have impeccable hygiene. And I want to say this to the fellas, okay? Because I know a lot of y'all fellas, y'all trying to look for a lady, y'all trying to, see if you gonna cut something with someone this year. And that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this to the fellas. Don't be fucking with no bitch who ain't got her fantasy box and her goddamn arsenal. A lot of y'all men be out here fucking with bitches who got fucked up ass pH balances. They stink. They smell like motherfucking old cottage cheese and fucking fish. And then you wondering why your motherfucking aura is all thrown off and shit. It's time for the fellas to start fucking with women who got a sound mind, who have good spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical hygiene. Okay, y'all out here fucking with bitches who got skeletons in their closet. They motherfucking stink. They don't take the time out to take care of their motherfucking selves. Y'all fucking with broke ass bitches who can afford seafood boils but can't afford her fantasy box hygienic products. Y'all out here fucking with bitches who can afford seafood boils and fucking weed and cigarettes but can't afford to wash their motherfucking ass or get a roof over their head. You are what you attract. Fellas, get it to fucking together, okay? Get it together. We definitely gonna go in and do a part two. My next game that I want to stream and that I want to play is Mortal Kombat. Oh, hold up. I got a whole new season. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna definitely stream Mortal Kombat. But let me see what this game is talking real quick. Let me see. Oh, I gotta upgrade my car. Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna see y'all on part two of the stream because I'm not done. I still gotta get some things off my chest that I need to say. So y'all know what's going on. This your girl, I am Dream Nicole. This is I am Dream Nicole's gaming stream. Just know that these streams are also going to be up on YouTube. So for those that didn't get a chance to actually catch the live stream, you can actually catch it on YouTube. My YouTube page is I am Dream Nicole. Please go on YouTube and subscribe, like these videos, and share. And that's it, y'all.